I want to talk to you today about the current crises that we're facing and how they will become bigger crises, all right? Things are not static. And what we can and can't do to stop them. This is going to be a critical show for you if you're a thinker and if you are even remotely interested in being a part of the solution. You don't have to be a prophet to see that our country is dying, okay? And the juggernaut of evil, the snowball effect, if you will, is picking up so much steam, it's almost incomprehensible. In New York State, they just introduced a bill in the state legislature to grant people New York State citizen status, okay? They basically said, to heck with the Constitution, to heck with the federal government. If you're here in this state as an illegal alien, we're going to give you the right to vote, get a license for business, to get a license for your car, collect every government benefit you need, run for office for illegal immigrants in the state of New York. That's the bill that was just introduced. Now, whether it passes or not, who knows, but that's how crazy things have gotten, okay? So we've got the shedding of innocent blood, we have the militant homosexuals, we've got the rise of Islamic terrorism, we've got our southern border coming unhinged and tens of thousands of kids being shipped there to sneak into the country because Obama has said we're not going to ship kids out. You've got all these things going on, the debt, the crisis in healthcare because of Obamacare, the number of people that have just stopped looking for work, the number of people that are receiving government money while some of us work. We're in a crisis, okay? Not to mention the iniquity and the wickedness that is on our godless devices, okay? The internet, iPads, cell phones, and the cyber hell, the cyber addiction that we're descending into, all right? Things are bad, and most of us are like this. I need to hear a sermon on getting rich and how the Lord will do what I want him to do if I just say the right spiritual words. All right, so this is what I want to talk to you about. What's the connection between all of this wickedness and that it's getting worse, and that some of us really are praying, God save us, God restore our country, God help us, God bring revival. Why are things getting worse when good, righteous people are grieving and praying? I'm going to answer the question and bring it to bear to you and to me. From Isaiah chapter 1, when you come to appear before me, God is speaking, when you come to appear before me, who requires of you this trampling of my courts? Hold on. God, you're the one who said to come to your courts and to do certain things, certain offerings and incense. God says, bring no more vain offerings, incense as an abomination to me. Now, remember, God told the Israelites, bring offerings. God told the Israelites to bring incense, and suddenly God is saying, don't bring them anymore. Lord, I'm really confused. Why? What's going on? New moon and Sabbath and the calling of assemblies, I cannot endure iniquity and solemn assembly. All right, so what we see here is that God says, wait a minute. We should say, wait a minute, something's wrong. A solemn assembly, a holy gathering of people, God ordered that, but there's iniquity. What iniquity is he talking about? God says, I can't bear it. When you have a solemn assembly, but there's all this iniquity going on. What's the iniquity? Let's get to it. He said, your new moons and your appointed feasts, my soul hates. They have become a burden to me. I am weary of bearing them. When you spread forth your hands, and some of the translations say in prayer, God says, I will hide my eyes from you. Even though you make many prayers, prayers for revival, prayers for the restoration of the nation, though you make many prayers, I will not listen, God said. Why? Your hands are full of blood. I'm going to take a break. But before I do, I want to explain to you. Now, you know what? I'll do it when I come back. Because you might say, my hands aren't full of blood. I don't know what he's talking about, but it had nothing to do with me. My hands have no blood on them. Maybe. Maybe not. When I come back, I'll share with you a concept and then you be the judge.